What up, Doe? Welcome to the What Up, Doe Podcast Network. We are ready to rock and roll up in this piece. It's none other than the Nasty Boys bringing you the Showdown. Hey, hey. Oh. What up, Doe? I'm your boy LG Tim Wilson, and I am here with Big Ed and Wayz, and we are bringing you the place that we talk shop, we talk sports, we talk a little shit. It is the Showdown, and we do this each and every week right here on the What Up, Doe Show Radio Network. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, share this with your friends, because we're about to get it in, y'all. Y'all ready to rock and roll?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. My partner's ready to rock and roll. So let's get this music out of here and see what they talking about. What's happening, man? What's going on, Big Ed?
Nothing much. Had a good weekend. Had a bunch of family over this weekend, and yeah, had a good time. Nice little barbecue, some music in the backyard, bonfire. Good times.
So did y'all have a good DJ, or was you playing the music?
Damn.
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah, virtual DJ was a good DJ.
So, Wayz, what's going on with you, man?
Man, not much. We had the 91st annual Kids Day this past week. Saturday was the culmination of everything. At the parade, had the kids get to jump on a fire truck, go around the city in a fire truck. Man, had the carnival with petting zoo and all. Had a good time.
Way too much fun.
I was gonna say you and your family look kind of young to be 91 years old.
That was the 91st annual.
Speak for yourself, man. Speak for yourself. Wayz looked like every bit of 91.
Now, I don't look 91. My hairline looks 91, but not me.
Well, I had a great weekend myself, man. I went down to Burt's Warehouse for these boxing matches, man. It's a amateur boxing. It's an event that's put on once a year. It was started by the late great Emmanuel Stewart, who was over Crunk Gym, who brought you the champions like Hill McKinney, Tommy Hearns, Milt McCrory. So Crunk Gym is a part of it, but all the other boxing gyms participate. The local boxing gyms participate, and they bring out their fighters. And it starts off with the kids, and start off with, when I say kids, they're young, but they're not kids, but they're young. And then they have girls, and then it gets, as the day goes on, it gets to the bigger fellas, and shit gets real. And man, it was fantastic. The setup was phenomenal. We had a blast. We really enjoyed it, man. We couldn't stay for the whole thing because we didn't realize how long it was going to be. So we got there early. And shit, after about 3 hours, we were like, it was forever. In fact, I was invited by a friend who was fighting. Her son was fighting in it, and she came over to us kind of early on, and she said, "Hey, my son is going to be in fight number 27." We're sitting there like, damn, it's like fight number 7. We on like we're like fight number 6 right now, and it's gonna be a while. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we ended up. The cool thing is you get a band, so you can leave and go eat and come back if you want to. Unfortunately, it was something else going on. There was an art fair going on in Wyandotte, which was dope. So we wanted to go to that. So when we left to go eat, instead of going back, we headed down to Wyandotte, went to the art fair, where I found some socks. I'm going to see Stephen Marley this weekend, coming up Friday night. So we're going to be doing our show Saturday night instead of Friday night. I'm going to see Stephen Marley. One of my favorite bands are opening up for him. They're called Lettuce, Lettuce, like the vegetable. Lettuce is going to be opening up for Stephen Marley. And I had no idea. I didn't buy these socks with that in mind. It was like this morning I was looking at the socks and I said, oh yeah, I'm going to wear them this weekend. These fuckers are dope. You've never seen socks like these. Boom.
Bob Marley socks. Wow.
Yeah. See,
yeah, those are dope. Those are dope.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
Those are dope. I also got a shirt that reminded me of Big Ed. I only bought it because it reminded me of Big Ed. If you watched the smoke session this past weekend, so we had a good time, Big Ed and I, this weekend on the smoke session. And if you watch the smoke session, one of the dumbasses of the day, in fact, the dumbass of the day was who? Big Ed. Who won the dumbass of the day?
Oh shit!
It was the Bigfoot guy, right?
Oh yeah, Bigfoot guy.
He killed his friend.
Yep, killed his, him and his friend. Him and his friend went fishing.
Yep,
and he killed his friend because he thought he was gonna feed him to Bigfoot.
Yes. And he won because not only did he think his friend was going to feed him to Bigfoot, but he also had to be dumb to believe in Bigfoot in the first place, right? So I found this shirt and I thought about Big Ed, and I had to buy it for Big Ed.
Oh wow, that's great.
So there it is.
That's great.
Bigfoot is in Michigan. So that's it, man. I know my stories be long. I'm long-winded. I can't help myself. Anybody gonna join me? Anybody willing to join me as we do this? Bingo.
Cheers.
Woo! Damn, I need another beer. I drank that whole beer doing the warm-up.
Damn, I'm cheating.
Fortunately, I had one swallow that could wash down that damn shot. But
That's what she said.
yeah.
Oh, I heard it. I heard swallow come. I was like, I got it. I gotta do it.
On that note, man,
Look, I'm cheating tonight. I got my coffee cup full of coffee. So I'm not gonna be too wild on y'all tonight, probably.
You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
Just know
that when his coffee cup is gone, it's time for him to go poop.
Me too. I'm the same way. way.
I'm saying I filled that bad boy up, and yeah, it's a wrap.
Well, Wayz, go ahead and kick it to us, man. What we about to do? I'm gonna pop a gummy while you do that.
Well, it's officially, to most other people besides fanatics like myself, it is officially the beginning of the NFL season, which typically comes a couple weeks before preseason. And so we're going to continue to talk about the NFL. We got a couple pieces of news this week, and then we're going to go right into fantasy football. Nothing dealing with statistics, just our opinion on a few things. The first piece of news is something that was said earlier by a representative from the NFL concerning a lot of the changes that they've made to the NFL. One of those changes I did not know about, but I want to get you guys' input on, is that they scheduled Week 18 games, starting with the 2 Saturday matchups in the final week of the season. Basically, the gist of this is they set it up to where the games can be not manipulated like score and all that, but who's playing who to make it more exciting concerning playoff berths and everything like that.
Actually, that's not bad because, and I'm going to tell you why. I like that. I don't know if you were aware, but I've always known. I got my boy Brian Bowman calling me right now. I'm going to have to call him back. Good friend of mine, Brian Bowman. Big up, Brian. I'm going to hit you back. B-Bone. I call him B-Bone. I've always known how they came up with the NFL schedule. Should I say not always, but I know how they came up with the NFL schedule, right?
Right.
The 17 games, or 16 games, should I say. And I could never figure out how they're going to fit in. How are they going to determine the 17th game? How do they determine? Because it's either the 16 is set in stone. If you know it, you pretty much know the team. You don't know the schedule, but you pretty much know the teams they're going to play the year before if you pay attention to it, because you play each team in your division twice at 6 games, right? You play your division plays a specific division in the AFC.
Yep.
That's 10 games. And then your division plays a specific division in the NFC. That's 14 games. And then the other 2 divisions in your conference, you play the team that placed in the same place you placed last year.
Right.
And that's your 16 games. Right.
Yeah.
That's how they make the schedule. So the truth is, when people always say, "Yeah, they're bad, so they got an easy schedule," or "They're bad, or they're good, they got a tough schedule," that's not true, because the schedule, the only two games in your schedule is determined by how you placed.
Okay.
The rest of them, your division is going to play all the same teams except for themselves.
Right.
Right. But this 17th game, then they got this 17th game, and how do they determine it? So I think it's kind of cool. We're going to determine it based on, as the season goes, somewhere along the way, what's going to be the most intriguing matchups.
Yep.
I think that's kind of dope.
That's gonna get rid of teams sitting players at the end of the season.
Not necessarily, depending on their playoff situation. If I'm locked, I don't care who I'm playing.
Yeah.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? If I'm locked, I've got the NFC wrapped up. Who cares? I sit the players anyway. I don't need this game.
Well, for me, it excites me because now we don't have to worry about a team that's potentially going to clinch a playoff spot, just getting an easy dub over an 0-16 team.
Right.
Now they have to face someone that is equally in that same position as them. That way, no matter what, you got to play your ass off to get your spot and still worry about those other games that could potentially knock your ass out.
Right.
And conversely, the teams at the bottom that's battling for first pick got to play each other.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is equally intriguing to me as well, because I get a kick out of that kind of shit. So
yeah, that explains why when we were going over our predictions for each division, the very last game, I noticed every game was against someone in that division, but there's an asterisk and there was no set home or away position for each of those teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that is fucking dope.
Yeah.
That is dope to me. I think that is really dope. That the NFL do that. I think that is that's why the NFL is king.
Now, one thing I would suggest to make this better is when it comes to those games at that last game of the season that have that dire playoff berth potential to it, I think the team with the more losing record that's got that berth opportunity should have home field advantage, just to spice things up a little more.
Now, what was that? What team should have home field advantage? I'm sorry.
The team with the lesser record. So you got like a 10-6 team going against 11-5 team. The 10-6 team should be the home team.
Why?
Just to add a little spice.
I don't know. I earned it.
You earned it, but at the same time, you're still trying to earn it.
Better. If I got the better record,
If you wouldn't do that for
I
division
earned the home
winners,
team.
if you wouldn't do that to win a division, I wouldn't do that to win a wild card spot or nothing.
That's fair.
But I'm saying if I got the better record, then I earned it. But then what if I got the same record?
Yeah. I think it should be a neutral field.
No, they got to figure out. No. They got to figure out a way to determine home field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be. They probably already have it figured out.
Points.
I'm sure they already have it figured out. Who's going to get
probably points?
How they determine the home field.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a way to figure out home field. And I don't know if points is fair either. What if I win because my defense is the shit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Now I'm rewarding offense and I'm punishing defense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
There's got to be a way, but I still say if that's, I still love the idea, and I'm sure they've already figured out. They already have it figured out who gets the home team. I'm sure that's come up because the NFL is the bomb.
Oh yeah, that was a piece of news I look forward to. Then they're also doing a bigger emphasis on stuff like the Manning cam, not Manning cam, but the Manning analysis, where they're doing like play-by-plays and all that, but now they're including Twitch .tv into the mix, where you could go if you're an Amazon Prime holder watching Thursday Night Football, you could participate in a chat on Twitch with other people watching the game. And they have analysis breakdowns as well there.
Fuck them people.
If I wouldn't watch a game with them in real life, I'm not gonna watch a game with them on Twitch.
I'd watch a game with anyone in real life.
Fuck them. I'm not trying to hear what them motherfuckers gotta say. I don't like that. Fuck them. Them strangers. I don't know them people. All this fucking nerds gonna be on there trying to break shit down on what they know. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my goddamn computer.
Well, with the trajectory of the ball when he threw it, technically.
I'm out on that. I get the idea, and I'm sure there's a lot of nerds that's gonna enjoy it, but it's not for me. I'm not in on that. Fuck them.
See, I'm more into like the Eli and Peyton Manning's analytics of it, because they're not breaking that down, the nerd stuff. They're breaking down the shit like a football player.
I like Eli. I like the Manning cast. The Manning cast is fun sometimes, and so I do like that, but I don't want to go on and chat with other people that's watching the game. Fuck
the nerd shit is some SWG shit.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, you gotta go there. Fuck them, man. Fuck them too.
No, I wasn't ready for it, but I love it.
But that's an inside joke, folks. So for those who don't know, so I don't. We're gonna leave inside jokes alone as much as possible. But yeah, I got you. But yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't see that as being something I would do. I'll put it that way. I don't mind it because I don't have to participate. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's something it's not going to affect me, a person that wants to watch the game in a regular fashion. Right. It's not going to affect me if I don't. If you like it, go do it, and if you enjoy it, great. And if you don't like it, then just don't do it, and it won't bother you. And I'm okay with that kind of shit. I'm okay with that because I'm not going to fuck with it. But I'm not going to fuck with it.
One thing I don't like about this new rule change, not rule change, but thing they're adding, is that they're putting on extra emphasis for that fucking wild card game on Nickelodeon.
I tell you what.
I love the games on Nickelodeon.
I watched the game on Nickelodeon, and I thought that shit was absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I had so much fucking fun watching that shit on Nickelodeon. That it was incredible. And I watched it by accident. I was at my friend's house, rest in peace to Greg. I was at Greg's house, and we cut on. I was telling him, hey, the 49ers was on. And he cut it on Nickelodeon, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was watching it. What the fuck is this? I love it. They start sliming people and shit. I was like, what is this? This is great. This is fantastic. I thought it was a really cool way to get kids into the game. NFL, I say it again, NFL is king. NFL is the bomb. And that's all I can say, man. They come up with the most ingenious ideas. Who thought that football on Nickelodeon would be so freaking not just enjoyable, but ingenious?
My favorite thing the NFL has ever put out to this day is still mic'd up. Listen to them talking their shit on the sidelines in the game.
Awesome.
That shit is amazing.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a thing that I would say is the best favorite thing they've done. Because for me, my greatest NFL moments were I used to love NFL films.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Back in the day, I used to love freaking NFL films. I could watch that shit all day. You know, it disappoints me that the NFL Network don't show those.
Right.
It really disappoints me. The NFL Network, even if you do it late night, if I'm up on a Friday to Saturday night, late night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I cut on NFL Network and they showing NFL films, I'll be up till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning watching that shit. I love that old shit.
Man,
Rest in peace to the Sables.
look,
Yes. Rest in peace to the Sables. Yes, absolutely.
the way,
Since they've been gone, there ain't been no NFL films they came out with.
man, the way they break it down, it feels like a History Channel type of documentary, but at the same time, way better and more enjoyable.
And the voice is just perfect.
Mhm.
And a lot of times it's like watching the ballet.
Yeah,
The commentary is perfect. It is like watching ballet. The slow motion is, I mean, they don't over slow motion. It's great. It's a perfect speed, the perfect voice. And you know, they started that on a whim.
Yep.
They just asked permission to be on the sideline with the cameras and was just filming shit and put these documentaries together about games. And then this shit just is. It's the
I used
greatest
to
shit
love
ever.
watching. I used to love watching like the blooper reels.
yeah,
The bloopers were the funniest.
The bloopers were funny, but I tell you what else was funny. The internet had a funny thing where they started doing the lip reading.
oh, bad lip singing.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
God.
it used to be so funny to me, man. That could really be funny. That was they did a good job with that.
Oh my gosh, they still do them, but they used to be so much more better back then.
Yeah, they were funnier when it was fresh and new. Now it's
Yeah.
like it's hard to continue being great at things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause they kind of run their course, you know.
all right.
But I still find disappointment in NFL Network that they don't show more NFL films. I think they're missing the boat on that. I mean, because like you could pick a day and run a marathon. You could run a marathon of NFL films, and I would not even shower.
Man, you got a whole
I
summer
wouldn't
worth-
brush my teeth. I wouldn't put on my clothes. I would sit up in my drawers all day with some popcorn watching that shit.
Instead of showing all the commercials, all the Super Bowls without commercials, or all the games that they show without commercials, they
Which I
should
don't
just show
really watch.
NFL films.
I
All
agree.
day.
Because I don't really watch those.
No.
No,
I've watched a few of them. They're cool. But if I'm flipping channels and I see that's what's on, I keep going.
Yep.
If I just happen to cut it on and I was on NFL Network last time I had the TV on and it's on and there's a game and they're doing it, okay, then I'll watch it and it's cool. But I know the outcome. It's not as fun because
Right.
it's the same commentary that was there. NFL films add something to the whole. It can be the same game.
yeah,
I remember when me and my dad sat there and watched that.
If it was the same game being done by NFL films, I would enjoy it so much more because the commentary makes a difference.
man, it really does. Oh yeah. Now their best content they deliver as far as the NFL and NFL Network is on YouTube. Other than that, I can't really get down with the NFL Network like that anymore.
Yes, I'm biased. And I know I brought this up before, but I'm going to bring it up again. I'm going to give them another plug. I think, was it Peacock? I think it's Peacock. Peacock has a 4-part I think it's either 3 or 4-part docuseries about Joe Montana. That is absolutely phenomenal. When I tell you I had so much fun watching this shit, I'm going to watch it again. I had so much fun watching. I learned a lot about Joe Montana, you know,
Right.
in general, because there's a lot about he was against all odds. You know, him and his story and Tom Brady's story is so similar. It's incredible. And their games are similar. You know, I mean, that's they're kind of alike. And I don't think it's ironic because Tom Brady came up in Frisco, you know, so I'm sure that was his favorite player. But man, his story, he was so against all odds to become what he became. at its incredible, man. And it's just, it was fun to watch, man. That was a very, very, very. It really, especially at a time when there's no football, it was really a breath of fresh air.
Right.
And it shot down once again Joe's argument that the catch was overrated. It shot it down completely because it was so, and they made they made me realize it was even bigger than I remembered because I was still kind of young and didn't totally and completely understand it. How dominant the Cowboys were, how huge of an underdog the 49ers was, how the Cowboys had just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Favorite to go back. Just Too Tall Jones was killing Joe Montana. And they were in his face on his last play. They took this drive all the way down, and he goes back. Don't complete this pass. Cowboys are on to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Right? You don't complete this pass, the Cowboys are off to the Super Bowl. It was not the designed play. The play was designed for somebody else to get the ball, but they covered him.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Montana had to improvise and run off. Dwight Clark saw him improvising and running, turned around and ran in the direction that Joe Montana was running. He was two defenders coming at him. He pump faked. So they both jumped. And then he gets it off. And this motherfucker catches it in the back of the end zone. Man, when I tell you the way they play it out, I was like, Joe was wrong. That was not that was phenomenal.
All right, so
that was fucking phenomenal.
All right, so you mentioned Tom Brady, which leads me to my next story of the week.
Tom Brady, my second favorite player, second favorite quarterback of all time.
The Buccaneers is looking at someone to potentially take over the spot of Gronk at tight end for Tom Brady. And the top candidate is Kyle Rudolph currently.
Don't they have Cameron Brate, though?
That's they do, which surprises me as to why they're looking into Kyle Rudolph right now.
I can see that, though. Tom Brady likes... and not just Tom Brady. I find that in every sport, it seems like old greats want to be with old players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why LeBron got rid of all the young players and everybody will dog him. Look at what the young players are now. It don't matter. That's what the young players are now. I needed them to be what they are now then, and they weren't. So I needed veterans. Old greats like to play with veterans. Mm-hmm. I found that to be true. And I find that to be true amongst every sport. That's why Jordan and Pippen got over the Dennis Rodman thing and said, bring that nigga here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You've had your fun. You fucked all the hoes. You're used to being rich. You're cool. Now all that matters to you is winning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of guys I need because I don't have time to build. I don't need players that got to learn how to win. I need players that's been in this league, have proven themselves. They ain't scared of this motherfucker across from them because they done been competing with this nigga for 17 years now. You know what I'm saying? They need those kind of players around them. They prefer those kind of players around them. I've noticed that with all the sports. LeBron, Jordan, with basketball, baseball, football, everything. All of them. That's why Reggie Jackson ended up on the Yankees when he did. They want greats. Greats want seasoned veterans around them. So I could see Kyle Rudolph being somebody. And I think that's what they mean by replacing Gronk.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the seasoned veteran that Tom Brady's going to have that he can roll with and count on and have in there? Maybe he should have went and got Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I like the idea, but it's that's one of those we'll see things for me.
Me too, but I like Kyle Rudolph,
Mhm.
and I think if there's anybody that can get the most out of him, it's
Oh, it's gonna
somebody
be
it's somebody that's been in the game for a long time too.
yeah, it'll be Brady for sure.
Yeah, he wouldn't work with a Justin Fields.
No,
Nah.
no Justin Herbert.
No Justin Herbert. No, none of them. No, I don't need the young guys.
No.
I need an old seasoned vet that's going to appreciate what I bring to the game, understand me, competed against me, watch me, know my film, know my game, and can play with me.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I need. Both of them need that.
Yeah.
I see him being more of a blocker than he is a pass catcher, though.
Man, Kyle Rudolph is an end zone getter.
Yeah.
When you get around that end zone, that's what you want. Somebody who was. You want somebody who was. When you get around that end zone, you don't want a rookie or a young guy that might get scared to catch that ball and take that hit. I need a veteran that done been there and done this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make him look young again.
You get someone like Kyle Rudolph who has no Super Bowls under his belt.
I'm gonna make him look young again.
It's because he played most of his career with who?
It doesn't matter who he played most of his career with.
Rudolph was very good tight end. I've had Kyle Rudolph as a sleeper fantasy pick for probably a decade. Mm-hmm. I ended up with him on my team. It seemed like every single season because nobody sees him but me, and I pick him late. Sometimes I get him off the waiver wire. Some way, somehow, he always ended up on my team, and he ended up. And once you got him, you realize how valuable he is, and how consistent he is. Because he's going to always give you something. He never gives you bullshit week. You don't get a 1 or a 2 point week out of Kyle Rudolph.
Right.
You're going to always get somewhere close to your double digits.
Unless his quarterback's Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, last year he gave you nothing. But when he was with Minnesota, I'm telling you, I had him almost every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was every year. I always ended up with him. Rarely drafted him. If I did draft him, I drafted him late as my second tight end.
Right.
But he ended up winning some time and all the time. He was always valuable to me.
Oh yeah, and I'm with that.
I got nothing bad to say about Kyle Rudolph, man. If you watch his numbers, you'd be surprised. That dude was every year consistent, giving you something.
I was very disappointed when he left Minnesota, just because I didn't think his time was up with us. You know, I think it was Irv Smith Jr. that we replaced him with, and he wasn't ready at that time. I think Kyle would have been the best move because Irv Smith would have had the notoriety he deserves now because he had a veteran teaching him.
Man, there's some little bitty fucking gnats or something flying around here that's driving me bananas.
Oh, it's fruit fly season.
Fruit flies.
Yeah, it's fruit fly season.
Jordan sent you his fruit flies.
I'm gonna eat one of these motherfuckers. See just how fruity they are.
All right, so I got some more news. Last piece of news for you guys this week. Right now there's talks about if Deshaun Watson gets more than a 6 to 8 game suspension and it sticks, that the Browns are not going to be looking to keep Brissett as their starter. That's only if it's less than 8. And if they need a starter going forward because Deshaun can't play this season, right now the talks is Jimmy G's in the mix right now.
I already know what OG's going to say.
That's why I'm going to let y'all talk. He ain't about to say shit.
He's going to say Jimmy G ain't going nowhere.
I'll be real. Only 49ers fans are saying that.
But he's starting to throw again. And instead of just having him throw once, see how far he can throw, they're working on having him throw multiple times deep to test his shoulder. And apparently that's going to determine his destination. That's according to Ian Rappaport. So,
yeah, the likelihood of Jimmy G staying in San Fran right now is not looking that great. Looks like San Fran's already ready to move on with Trey.
And I got $20 that says Jimmy G starts in the 49ers uniform. Day one.
Ooh.
And I bet everybody on ESPN.
Oh,
Like you said, only 49er fans are saying that
Mm-hmm.
because we fucking know.
Knowing and hoping are two different things.
Exactly. Everybody's hoping for Jimmy G to go somewhere, but we fucking know.
I want Jimmy G to have a very successful career, but it's not going to be at San Fran.
Nah, it's actually going to be as Tom Brady's replacement in Tampa Bay.
Personally, I think the best landing
he's
spot
going to
for
go
him,
eventually. He's just not leaving now.
the best landing spot for him would be in Seattle, as long as they could get the offensive line put together right.
$20. Jimmy G starts game one in Frisco.
I get look
As a 49er.
I don't want to just take your money like that because
As a 49er.
I don't want to just take your money like that. That's not even fair.
You wouldn't.
You wait and see how training camp plays.
You
out.
would not take my money, sir. You would not do it. What I tell y'all when they was talking that Debo out shit?
Oh, Debo wasn't going to go anywhere.
I
this
told
year.
you Debo was going nowhere. I said it. I'd never flinched. Debo was not going anywhere. Jimmy G is not gone yet. He's not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. He eventually going to be out.
Oh yeah,
Not yet. Not yet.
but I don't see him starting week one.
Not yet.
Right now,
Absolutely. He's starting week one.
well that's
Absolute confidence.
I'll keep that up in the air and say we'll see. I'm not confident in that.
I say that with absolute confidence. Absolute confidence. Jimmy G, matter of fact, absolute. I drink a whole bottle of absolute.
You know, motherfuckers is dying doing them challenges.
I'm sitting here like, bro, you got a liver pump ready for you?
I'm just saying. Y'all get prepared. I'm just saying, man. He bring this story every week. He got a different story about it. But you notice one thing about it is while his story changes every week, my story stays the same.
Your story does stay the same, but
there's the difference. There's a difference.
wait, I haven't even talked about Jimmy G in over a month.
Every time you talk, exactly. The last time it was a different story. Every time it comes up, it's a different story. Somebody else going after him. He's going here. He's going there. And every time I tell you, he ain't going nowhere.
I'm just saying.
The Browns. The Browns.
I'm just putting out there what the talks
The
are.
Browns, nigga.
That ain't my opinion. That's just what the
That
talks
ain't
are.
even an opinion. I don't care. It's not even an opinion.
My opinion is he's not the team I think he's going. He should go to. He's not going to.
You're Kevin Hart. It's a fucking joke.
Trey Lance will be starting week one, though. That's for sure.
That is not a fact. That is not going to happen. Trey Lance will be eased into the starting lineup. He is not going to start right away. He's not starting game one.
That just brought up something else that just came to mind.
What's that?
Can we do a showdown version of the dumbass of the week?
No, I'm not doing dumbass of the week on my shows.
You saying you got one?
Yeah.
I'm going to hear what he got.
Colin Cowherd
What did you say now?
predicted that the Vikings were going to go 14-3.
I'm a Vikings fan, and I don't see that happening. I know we're gonna have a winning record, but 14-3 seems like just a far cry.
Well, I've got some news for y'all. Speaking of that,
What's that?
it was actually, I swear, man, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was drinking the Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid today. After these two stories that came
Something
out.
about Tua, huh?
No, the Honolulu Blue is the Lions color. It's the Lions blue. First it came out, I saw a video yesterday on the new Madden. Jamison Williams, the Lions rookie wide receiver, has the fastest speed score of any rookie in the history of Madden football.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a 98.
Yep.
And he tweeted today, that's some bullshit. I should be 100.
Look,
But actually, that is actually false.
Was false.
That he has the highest score, the highest speed rating on Madden as a rookie.
Who did?
Devin Hester.
No, he didn't.
No, he
Not
didn't.
as a rookie.
He had a 96.
Not as a rookie, he didn't. Eventually, he did.
Yeah, as
Like
a rookie,
he was the first one to get 100 for speed. But he did that. Well, he wasn't a rookie, though, when that happened.
yeah, he was a 96 as a rookie.
Yeah, no, not the
I thought it was a 98, 99.
yeah, no, it wasn't his rookie season. It wasn't until he fucking turned the fucking NFL upside down. We all knew who he was when they did that.
He made special teams worth watching, and
Yeah.
and what you call him decided that, yeah, you know what, maybe we should put an emphasis on this shit too.
Yeah, because that motherfucker was ridiculous. So no, it is true.
Yeah.
Reported by reputable sources, sir, that actually do research.
All right, let's take a quick break.
Peter King also did a story on the Lions about how they're building their team, and that he feels like they have potentially the best offensive line in football. Jared Goff will have no excuse. They got one of the top receiving cores with the rookie receiver, Jamison Williams. I'm on St. John coming back or whatever his fucking name is. Yep, and bringing over DJ Chark. They may have one of the most potent receiving cores, and they got a potential superstar running back coming behind this potent offensive.
And that's not even including the sneaky TJ Hawkinson.
He had glowing words.
Oh yeah,
and now Detroit local sports radio is blowing up because Dan Campbell came out and made a statement that seemed like nothing on the surface, but locally it's I think it's more embraced because they're the ones that started it. But he was like, we hear this SOL, same old Lion stuff, and that's feeding us fuel. We're building off that, and that's where we come. That's what's giving us drives. It's some shit, something to that effect. And they started the SOL thing. So they're all pumped that finally we have a regime that's embracing. And they always come in saying, especially Matt Patricia, the old is out with the old, in with the new. That's not these Lions. These Lions are different. And they're all in like, well, these Lions are embracing who they are. They're not saying that's not us. That is us. That's our history. And we're here to fucking embrace it and use it as fuel. And when I tell you they're going crazy on Sports Talk Radio here, it's crazy. But that said, man, I was drinking the Honolulu and Blue Kool-Aid when I was watching those videos of Jamison Williams in college. I was like, this motherfucker is fucking fast as fuck. He is blowing by people from long distances. He cut across. There was one, he caught it in the middle of the field, and he cut across field. I mean, old boy had the angle on him easy, and he just was so much faster than him that motherfucker ended up behind him. I was like, how? It was incredible. It was pretty good. And I was like, wow, they got me pumped. And then the linebacker that they got from the Ravens.
Oh man, I can't remember his name. I know who
Ellington. Deshaun Ellington.
Okay.
The one that knocked Derrick Henry out. Jumped him to his knees and knocked him out the game. He came out today on Twitter and said, Detroit don't seem to know me. They're going to get used to hearing my name. I said, damn, that's a strong statement.
Damn.
That's a strong statement right there. I said, I'm drinking. I'm all, pour me up that Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid. I'm in.
Right. Look, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The team I am most worried about when it comes to the NFL and comes to the NFC North specifically is Detroit. I think it's looking way too good for them.
Yeah, Peter King said they're going to be a hard team to beat in the trenches.
They were a hard team to beat last year.
That's something I've never heard about the Lions. That they are praised for the trenches. Never. I've always said that's what they should do. You got to build them trenches.
Right.
And Peter King today, in his article, not today, but said they will be a tough team to beat in the trenches. Potentially the best offensive line. I was like, damn, really? Okay. All right. Let's see if they live up to the hype, man. All right, now I'm gonna let y'all take your break. My bad, man. I had to say that before I forgot. And I was pumped today, man. Matter of fact, I upped my bet. So damn, I'm long winded. I'm sorry, folks. We're gonna go ahead and go to break, and I'm gonna talk over the music. So I got a bet with Johnny the Mechanic. 2 bets. One that the Cleveland Browns won't make the Super Bowl for $100. And then he bet me $20 that the Lions don't win more than 5 games. So I sent him a text today. I said, you want to up that one to 100? He did not respond. This is the Showdown, y'all. We'll be right back. I'm going to get a beer.
This is Flow Production.
Damn. Everybody's still good. This music, this damn beat was sad than a motherfucker. I was sad. I came back and listened to that music. I was ready to cry.
That's about as sad as Wayz being on mute.
Look, bro, I'm sitting here talking. I'm like, wait a second. All right. So y'all ready to get into some fantasy?
I guess.
All right. We're going to keep it simple this week. We're not going to go too deep. Kind of.
That's too early.
All right. I'm just looking for y'all's top 3 in this question. I want to know y'all's top 3 players in each offensive position. Starting with your quarterbacks.
Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is not a quarterback, bro.
Well, no, I'm okay. I didn't know you wanted the top 3.
He said top 3 quarterback.
Okay. Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow.
I'm going to go Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Tom Brady.
Oh. I'm going to go Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Derek Carr.
Derek Carr ain't a bad pick.
Derek Carr, I think, is a sleeper as far as the top 3 when it comes to that position.
Nobody said Matt Stafford or Aaron Rodgers.
Nope.
No, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is going to have a major fall off with not having Devontae to crutch on.
I won't say major.
Aaron Rodgers has had a lot of no-name receivers when they first came out, and he builds them.
This is true.
I'm not going to give him a huge fall off.
I don't. He built Jordy Nelson. Remember?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Aaron Rodgers, though, I could see him top 15, but I don't see him breaking top 10 this year.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Oh, he'll be top 10. Come on, man.
Let me put
he
it
was
this
just
way.
MVP.
Every top receiver that Aaron Rodgers had, when they went somewhere else, their career fell off.
Devontae is going to be the exception on that one.
I agree with that. I think Devontae is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
But I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be just fine too.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's not going to be my top 3. I don't see him as a top 3 this year.
I don't see him as a top 3, but he'll be top 10 though. Come on, man.
But he did lose all 3 of his receivers.
Yeah, but he kept both his running backs. He got that running game, and he still got he got a rookie.
Tunyon.
He still got his tight end. He got a nice rookie. He'll be all right.
Who was the other wide receiver that they just got as well? I want to say he came from
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy, yeah. And that's another player. I think Sammy's going to actually flourish under Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
I think Sammy will have flashes like he did with Kansas City. He had flashes. He had a big 200-yard game. Everybody ran out and grabbed him, and
nothing since.
Yeah, but he hasn't had a quarterback at the caliber of Aaron Rodgers either.
He had Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes, yeah, but at the same time, he's not a traditional quarterback like Aaron. And Aaron's not even a traditional quarterback, but he's also not flashy.
Yeah, that was Pat Mahomes when he was hot. So, but like I said,
and Pat Mahomes ain't been.
I think it's Sammy that's not consistent. I don't think it's Pat Mahomes.
No.
Yeah, I have a feeling though he'll do well.
We continued to call Pat Mahomes' name even after Sammy fell off.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's Mahomes that was inconsistent. I think it was Sammy.
Yeah.
That's what he's always been though. He's always been inconsistent. His whole career.
Buffalo.
Well, even when he was young.
Yeah.
Not as he didn't fall off as drastically as he did with Kansas City that year, but he was never a consistent fantasy player. If you picked him up, he was always going to be up, and he was always hit or miss.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He was always hit or miss.
All right, now give me your top 3 running backs. Fantasy one.
Jonathan Taylor. Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Jonathan Taylor. I'm gonna go David Montgomery and Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Wayz is gonna go AJ Dillon.
No, he doesn't make my top 3. He does not make my top 3. I got Jonathan
Taylor.
Taylor.
Dalvin Cook.
Nope. Does not make my top 3. Wow. Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, and Javonte Williams.
Okay.
See, we don't know. My reason for not including Derrick Henry is we don't know what he's going to be after the injury.
Pissed off.
Yeah.
That's
Adrian Peterson was pissed off too, but look where his career went.
That's Adrian Peterson, who was injury prone in the beginning, from the get go.
Adrian Peterson he became comeback player of the year.
I was just gonna say, you gotta remember
that was a bad example.
Well, I don't know.
If he's Adrian Peterson, I'll take him.
I was gonna say Adrian Peterson was injury prone and fucking up the league.
His injury.
Well, it ain't his first injury, so I'm rolling with him.
A lot of people after a major injury, they fall off a bit.
But when they bulldozers, it's a little different.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they depend on speed and juking and running away from people. They have more of a compensity to fall off because they're depending on their speed or agility. But when you are depending on brute strength, you can still lift weights when you're hurt.
Exactly. I was gonna say he's gonna just come back stronger.
You can still lift weights with that injury and boom. And my speed is great, but I'm more dependent on not getting out of your way, not making you miss, but putting you on your ass.
I'm saying. You talk about a man that makes linebackers look like babies.
Yeah, but a lot of that, as a running back, a lot of that is due to leg strength. And
that's fine.
And if you have a leg injury, you're not able to work your legs.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah. Next up, we got our wide receivers, top 3 fantasy receivers.
I know what OG's finna say. Deebo Samuel.
That's my list.
I'm gonna go Cooper Kupp, Hunter Renfro, and Jerry Jeudy's gonna shock a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna be no Debo.
All right. Do you got a list other than just Debo alone? Oh, gee.
I want to hear your list.
My list? I got Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams.
Knew that one was gonna be there.
Well, yeah, he's one of the best receivers in the league. Why wouldn't he be there? Might as well say Cooper Kupp can't make the goddamn top 3. Michael Pittman Jr. is my third one.
And I'm going with Debo Samuel. It is so hard to think past that.
Brandon Ayuk.
He is one of my sleepers, though.
Okay, so I got Debo. I'm gonna go with Jamison Williams. Actually, I should take Amon St. Brown, but I think Jamison Williams gonna shine.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I had a hard time not putting Jamar Chase on my list for top 3 because he's phenomenal.
He is a beast.
I that's why I see like Williamson over in Detroit. I seen him having the same type of impact that Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase each had on their teams. He's going to be he's going to be a big time player, and not even just the Detroit Lions, but in the league in general.
I like that guy.
Yeah. Now the fun part.
Uh-oh.
What players do you think will end up being a bust this season, whether it is due to performance or injury?
Michael Pittman Jr. Oh, my bad.
Kirk Cousins. Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry. That's my bias speaking. Let's see.
Darius Swift.
Oh,
He get hurt
Damn.
every other year.
yeah. Shit. Speaking of running backs getting hurt every year.
Christian
and
McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. Derrick Henry.
Alvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
I can see Cook absolutely.
David Montgomery.
He's on my list for bust. Everybody, a lot of people are thinking I'm tripping, but I'm telling you, David Montgomery's only going to start maybe half the season. Khalil Herbert's going to come in there. He's going to take over that spot. He's going to really shine this year.
That's why I feel Alexander Madison is going to take over the running back spot in Minnesota also. For the same reason.
Very
Dalvin Cook's
possible.
too injury prone.
Valid, very, very potentially true in both cases. I think it's interesting. I find it interesting that we reflected the NFL in a way that the NFL is reflected abroad, not understand. If you never understood why running backs don't get the money, the question was real simple and broad. Players that you think might get injured this season and fall off, and all we've named are running backs.
Look, I got a quarterback and I got a wide receiver on my list, but I'm knocking out these running backs right away.
Yeah, but you're prepared.
I am.
Exactly.
I am.
We
I
don't
am.
know
What
the
topics
question.
we're going to be.
We don't know the questions. We don't know the topic. This is just impromptu. The first thing that came to mind was nothing but running backs.
Absolutely.
And that's a reflection of what happens in this league.
Well, I got
That's
one more
what
running back for y'all. Got one more running back for y'all. Zeke.
He was a bust last year.
He's been a bust last couple years. But to pivot off of that, my first quarterback, Dak Prescott is going to be a bust this year.
I don't know about that.
I mean, either.
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
I don't know
Dak
about
Prescott,
that one either.
no.
Jalen
Yeah.
got some weapons.
He
Jalen
does.
better not be a bust.
Yeah.
I do know one quarterback that's going to be a bust. And
Besides
it's
Justin
even
Fields.
with Tyreek Hill.
Besides Justin Fields.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't know. I don't
We're gonna
know.
see. We're gonna see.
You see. I think what you're thinking is Miami Dolphins quarterback, not Dan Marino. He must suck.
No.
That's the general idea a lot of people have going when it comes to a Miami quarterback.
No.
And usually they're not wrong on that, but Tua, I think, has been extremely underrated. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. But
Okay.
I will
I'll see
say,
it. Go ahead.
He is injury prone.
yeah, this is true. Damn, I forgot
And
what I
that's
was
going
going
back
to say.
to college. So,
Well, obviously, Dan's, what's it called? The Giants. I can't remember his fucking name because he sucks that bad.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, because that's all he's worth is 10 games.
Hey, 10 games is a winning record.
No, I say that's all he's worth as far as being able to play. The rest of those games, he ain't shit. You might as well have him out at fucking tight end on the sideline.
10 games is a winning record.
So anyway, I wanted to say this though. This brings up an interesting twist to where you at.
Okay.
In this, Tua is a player that has a lot of weapons. It's put up or shut up. We mentioned somebody else that was like that. Who's some other quarterbacks that's put up or shut up? We did it. We put everything around you, everything you need, put up or shut up.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, no, he's not put up or shut up.
Been there.
Yeah.
It's been there too long. I don't agree with
He's
that.
been a top 10 quarterback the last 2 seasons.
No,
That's a biased pick.
it's time for him to win a chip.
Yeah, but that's a bias pick.
That's just a biased pick. That's not even
That's
a
a bias pick. That ain't you being biased.
statistically, that's not even close to being true.
Yeah, I don't see that one. That not even.
Okay.
That's not a put up or shut. It's not like. I think like Tua is in put up or shut up.
Yeah, do or die.
But Tua ain't got an $84 million contract.
But Tua's got Waddle. We spent a whole lot of money around you to make you succeed. If you've got to succeed right now, because there is no excuse for you. We gave you everything. We ain't have to spend all the money on you yet. So we use the money that we don't have to spend on you to give you everything you need to succeed. What you got. Prove you worth that money that we about to give you. Because it's coming. The only reason he ain't making that money because it ain't been his time yet. But your time is coming, and we don't want you to be able to have the excuse of saying, but I ain't had no weapons. We giving you all you got Tyreek Hill, you've got Jason White, you got 2 of the fastest receivers in the league.
I got a quarterback for you who it's not even just put up or shut up on his team. It's his career in general. And that's Carson Wentz.
Come here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. He will be a backup if he can't succeed with what they got him now this time. He's going to be he'll stay in the league for a while, but he ain't gonna be starting. It ain't too many teams that's gonna put him in the starting lineup anymore.
No.
He's going to find himself in a Nick Foles situation. The only team
Jared Goff has every reason to succeed.
he does.
Yeah.
But I don't see his put up or shut up until like maybe next season.
I think his put up or shut up is right now. If he falls right now, they're picking a quarterback with the first pick.
Yep.
If
And
they
there's-
fail right now, the first pick of the draft will be a quarterback.
yeah.
No doubt about it. With everything that we got right here, all we need is a quarterback. So you're the problem. That's what make it put up and shut up. All we need right now is a quarterback. The only reason our offense should fail is that we got everything else. So now it's your turn. What you got?
Yeah. Another
You have no excuse.
one quarterback I can tell you that is not on that list of put up or shut up, but in the next, I'd say maybe 3 to 4 years is definitely going to be there, depending on what his team's doing for him. Is Justin Fields. Justin Fields right now hasn't been offered that opportunity due to the fact of not having
yet.
offense.
Yeah, it ain't time yet.
The Chicago Bears aren't doing nothing for his offense.
He got more than 1 year.
No, I said 4 to 5. 4 to 5. He's got 3 to 4 years before he hits that put up or shut up situation. Because those 3 to 4 years, they need to build that line.
I mean,
it depends. I'm not gonna put. Go ahead, Big Ed.
I'm trying to figure out his reasoning here, right? He puts he'll put Justin Fields on that list 4 to 5 years from now, but his team paid a quarterback $84 million, and they ain't won shit.
But he was
went
the
to
best.
the playoffs.
But they've
once
made
He's a mess.
once since he's been there.
He's been a
since
top
he's
10
been there.
quarterback since he's been here.
But they've been to the playoffs once since he's been there.
He's
Is
been-
it not put up or shut up time for Kirk Cousins?
No,
But okay. So
3 franchise tags and then an $84 million contract, and you ain't won a playoff game.
that's not true. But okay.
It is true. It is true. What playoff game they won?
Well, here's
With
the
Kirk
thing.
Cousins.
Exactly.
With Kirk Cousins. What playoff game they paid?
How do you make it past the wild card round and not
What
win a game in the
playoff
wild
game?
card?
Oh, they made it past the wild card game one time.
I just proved you wrong then. You said he didn't win the playoff game.
One time with Kirk Cousins, $84 million, and you win a wild card game one time.
yeah,
Come on now.
I mean that's the.
But
that's
you gonna
the market.
put Justin Fields on that list.
In 4 to 5 years, yes.
What the fuck? Come on now.
In 4 to 5 years, yes. He's not given
In
that
the league
opportunity right
under a
now.
badass motherfucking coach.
He can't. Yeah, exactly.
You gonna put Justin Fields on that list, but you ain't gonna put Kirk Cousins on the,
Here's
on
the
the
thing.
list.
He's had 1
Who
year
was
with that
drafted
bad
as a
coach.
backup
He was
and he-
1 year.
and ain't won shit.
Justin
He hasn't
Fields
won
has
shit.
1 year with a bad
$84 million
coach.
and hasn't won shit.
Justin
Come
Fields
on
has
now.
only had 1 year with a bad coach. Now he does not have any excuses going forward because now they're building that offense around him. So if that in 3 to 4 years he does not do that, that 5th year he is put up or shut up.
I pay a quarterback $84 million. I expect to go to the goddamn chip.
All right. We're going in circles now.
I expect
We're going
to
in
get
circles. I
a chip.
get it. Okay, we're going in circles, but because that ain't really true.
No.
You're gonna pay a quarterback $84 million because that's what you got to pay a quarterback to keep him, or you got to start the fuck over. Fuck that. I'm not starting over. Matt Stafford hadn't won shit in Detroit. Hadn't won a single fucking playoff game
Hadn't
his
even
whole
made it.
career. Over. He made it a few times, but he never won a single playoff game in Detroit. And everybody knew it was time to go. 12 seasons. And he got more than $84 million on his first contract.
Yeah.
That motherfucker raped us for about $500 million. At least a $500 million in contract. All right? So let's be real with it. They traded him away, got put in a different situation, it won the Super Bowl. So it's not always the quarterback. It's not always the quarterback. Even though I'm paying him, is he doing his job? Well, have we put now? Granted, the challenge is once you have to pay your quarterback. Once you pay your quarterback, now I can't build that team around you like I can with the young players like Justin Fields, like Tua Tagovailoa, or in a strange case, speaking of Matt Stafford, Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Right.
Who, in order to move all that money, I brought him in. He was making a lot of money too. He still does, but he restructured his contract so that they can have some more money on the cap and build this team. He knew what he was coming for. Him and Brad had that conversation, right? That said, I agree with you though. In one case, I don't think Justin Fields belongs in this conversation. I think Justin Fields is not even close to this conversation yet.
No,
It
not
ain't
yet.
shut up time. It ain't even time to talk about it because we don't know what he is yet.
No.
Right.
We don't know what he can do yet.
And we won't until they finally decide to build that offensive line.
When they start to build a thing, and we see this season, we'll learn a lot more about him. This season, we will learn a lot more about him,
Yep.
and the following season, we'll be able to have a conversation of whether there'll be no question whether or not he's part of that conversation. Because if this season he can show you that he ain't on the hot seat, he gonna be there. You'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll be
I was able to
tell.
tell that last year. He's going to be there.
But I'm saying this season is. I'm
gonna be
talking
on
about
that
he's
hot
gonna be there. I ain't talking about him being there next year. I'm talking about this season is going to tell us whether he'll be there for a while, or if he might, or if he's on a hot seat. We don't know. We don't know what he is yet. They got to give him this season a clean slate, so he's not in this conversation, in my opinion.
No. Not this season, no.
No, he's not, because we don't know what he is yet. I mean, I'm going to give him a fair shake. Yeah, the Bears suck, but who knows? He might be somebody that's good enough to trade to a good team. I'm just fucking.
That's fucked up. Because that sure as hell was not what I was trying to say.
Justin ain't going nowhere. He in Chicago.
In Chicago, they'll do something stupid like Rex Grossman type situation.
I just had to fuck with Big Ed for a minute.
But my final bust this season is a Minnesota Viking, and it's not Dalvin Cook. My bust is Adam Thielen.
I think he's been a bust for a couple of years now, huh?
Well, before he got injured last year, he was really productive, but
compared to what he was, Adam Thielen was a monster.
Yeah.
He was a monster you could count on. He was wide receiver 1. He fell off that pedestal already. So I don't know if that's. I wouldn't even consider him a bust. I wouldn't pick him unless he was there real late in the draft. He's not somebody I'm going after.
It's still shaking me up when I hear people saying pick him up in the first round. Adam Thielen is not a player you want to pick up in the first 5 to 6, maybe even 10 rounds. I'd wait until towards the very end of the draft.
I don't know exactly what round it'll be, but if the way my drafts fell, I'm in a position where I'm picking wide receiver 2, a wide receiver 3, and he's there, I could see him potentially being that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, in a couple of my leagues that I've been in, I've had Adam Thielen as my wide receiver 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super late, but for what Adam Thielen used to be,
Right.
it's late. He was wide receiver 1 all day.
Yeah.
All day.
He's definitely not that position
He
anymore.
was top 5, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I was top 5 with Thielen. I ain't there no more, so to call him a bust, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd even pick Mooney over Thielen right now. If I'm to be absolutely honest.
I probably would too.
I'd rather have Mooney on my team than Thielen, just because I know Thielen it's been a consistent fall off. His numbers have been getting lower and lower every fucking year.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might still pick up Thielen over Mooney because he's been reliable.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Mooney so far has been up and down. 1 week, he'll get 100, 150 yards. The next week, he only might get 2-3 catches. Thielen has been a reliable 100-yard receiver every week.
Yeah. I can see that. All right.
I follow you. So where we at? Where we going, Big Wayz?
Well, actually, we're at about an hour 15. So I say, let's just go ahead and wrap it up. And then what I got left, we'll take care of next week, because that's going to be where the real shit talking happens.
Oh, shit.
I even give y'all, you know what I'm going to tell y'all. We're going to talk about the Dynasty League outlook and what we're expecting, what we see as potential. And we're going to start talking shit about this Iron Man League.
I haven't really looked at it, but okay, let's see. Let's do it. Yo, let's do it. Let's do it. And okay, let's talk. We'll talk off camera. This is the Showdown, y'all. And we out of here. Subscribe. share, like, put it in the comments, subscribe, share, like, put it in the comments.